Come in. Hey, Hey, Tyler.
Hi, sir.
Master Ryan, I'm going through a lot of challenges right now. I feel like I need to restart. Like, go back to zero.
Life challenges, I like that. We can use Powermoves to teach you. Let's go. So what we're going to talk about this week for training power moves is what I like to call getting back to zero or resetting. So every time you do a power move, it should lead into the next move and give you energy, give you more speed for the next technique. Whereas you see a lot of people, beginners, or even people that aren't beginners, every time they move on and they link the next power move, it gets slower and it gets worse. So that means they're not resetting properly. If you reset, or as I like to call it, getting back to zero, if you do that every time, it should whip you right into the next move. So I'm gonna throw a couple power moves and I'm gonna yell out zero, just so it's simple. And when I yell out zero, you'll see that that's where I'm kind of resetting. I'm opening back up so that I can whip right into the next movement. So this is resetting. Zero. 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 Okay, so as you can tell, my focus was windmill and swipe. And of course, because I'm doing stuff with my hands and I'm doing windmills mainly without my hands, you can analyze those two and put it into other things. You could use the swipe part as your 90, as your air flare. Windmills for different windmill variations, halos and whatnot. So if you look, when I'm facing the ground, the swipe, basically when I'm in the handstand, is my reset. Everything opens up. When I windmill, when everything opens up and I'm facing toward the ground, that's the reset. So every time, watch. Zero. Zero. See how I whip into the next movement. So now with swipes, pay attention to every time I'm basically jumping out of it into the handstand, that's the reset. My legs are going to be wide open. Zero. 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 So that's the reset. That whips me into the next movement. So as you can tell, every time I'm doing one of these movements, I get back to that reset point where my legs spread and I can whip them into the next move. So now what I'll do is I'll do a combo. I'm not gonna yell out zero, but I'll throw a combo. I'll throw a few different power moves besides windmill and swipe, and pay attention to that reset point where I open everything up so I can whip into the next move. So I might throw an elbow air flare, I might throw an air flare. Watch how my legs spread, I reset into that opening position, and I'm able to whip into the next movement. Adding on to that, your head, your elbow, and your hand. Getting these three zero positions down, so if I'm on my head, basic headstand, right? That's catching your head spin. For the elbow, like landing an elbow air flare, getting your legs spread into this position so you can whip into the next move. And then same concept with your handstand. When you're doing your handstand, getting back to this position so you can whip into the next movement. Tyler, you're up. Tyler, I'm over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. But, did I do it?
The spin at the end was fantastic. As far as resetting and throwing some nasty power moves, I think we need to kind of reset the whole process and restart all of our power training. Every week we do one of these videos, it's not getting that much better. So we just got to go back to zero, right?
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, go back to zero.
No, give it back. Okay, yeah, next week. See you later.